What's up, man?
Not much. You been playing any games lately?
One. It's a pretty interesting game. What have you been doing?
I've been playing one interesting game as well.
Yeah. What are you playing?
I don't know. I want you to say it because I don't know if I can pronounce it.
Faxanadu?
Yeah, say it really fast so nobody really knows what you're saying.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Talking about Faxanadu, however you pronounce it. And we have a guest. So, we have with us Aron Robison. Aron,
hello, folks.
Introduce yourself.
Sure, I'm Aron Robison. You might have heard my voice if you ever listened to the Factory Sealed podcast. Michael and Justin have invited me to talk about this fantastic game that I love so much.
How do you pronounce it?
Faxanadu.
Okay, that sounds right. Faxanadu.
Yeah.
I was a little confused on whether the X was pronounced with a Z. You know how they do that to you every now and then.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you're going to talk about this when you get into the history, Justin, but there is like a reason why it's called Faxanadu. We were just kind of joking around about how to pronounce it because I think there is kind of a reason behind it.
Yeah. Well, it's a portmanteau, whatever that means.
Well, it's supposed to be like Famicom.
It's formed from the name Famicom and Xanadu. Right. Is what it is. A portmanteau is I guess it's a French word. It looks like a French word, but it means like a combination of words. You know?
Uh-huh.
And so it's a combination of words Famicom and Xanadu.
Mm-hmm.
Which Xanadu was important for the it's a video game made by Falcom. Well, you know what? Never mind.
Justin's historical tidbits and trivia.
We're going to do a little history, and we're going to do history a little different today since we have a guest. We've done this in the past. It's going to be a history quiz game for Faxanadu.
All right.
So basically what I'm going to do, you buzz in, Aron or Mike, you're going to buzz in by saying your name.
Okay.
Whenever you think the answer, I ask a question, and if you don't know the answer right off, I'll give 3 different answer choices. And you buzz in, you tell me what you think, okay?
All right.
I'm going to go with
Mike
Mike so I can compete because Aaron's a lot faster to say than Michael. So.
Now, Aron, if you think that Aron is, since it's 2 syllables, you may want to go with like Pete. It's hard.
Hard sounding
name.
Aron,
okay.
I can say it real fast.
Okay. There we go. All right. So, Faxanadu was actually a game that was licensed by a computer game developer named what?
Aron.
Yes.
Hudson Soft?
Nope. It was okay. That's another question. Okay, the answer would be the answer choices are for Mike.
Okay.
A, Rare, B, Hudson Soft, or C, Nihon Falcom.
I guess I'm going to say Nihon Falcom since Hudson Soft was wrong.
Yes, it was actually developed. It was a licensed game by Nihon Falcom. All right, now the next question is a follow-up question. Although developed by Nihon Falcom, it was actually developed and released for the NES by this company.
Aron. I'm going to get this one. Hudson Soft.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
Hudson Soft was actually the developer in Japan for this game. Okay, so this game, here's the next question. This game is the second installment of Falcom's long-running RPG series, which is...
Mike. Xanadu?
Nope.
Aron.
Aron?
Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer is correct.
Oh, man.
All right, so we've got 3 questions down, and Aron is up 2-1. All right. Faxanadu was released in 1987 in Japan. What year was it released in North America?
Mike. 1989.
1989 is correct. All right. So this is kind of a gameplay question, okay? So the player-controlled protagonist is an unidentified wanderer. But in one version of this game, you could name the character. What version? Is it the A, the Japanese version, B, the North American version, or C, the European version?
Mike, was it the European version?
Mike?
European?
Nope. Nope.
Aaron.
Aaron?
The Japanese version?
Yes, the Japanese version you could actually name the character.
I wonder why they took that out.
I don't know. All right, so 3-2. 3-2 with Aaron. We'll go to 7. All right, so we've got 5 questions down. In the 1989 November-December edition of Nintendo Power, Faxanadu debuted on the magazine's top 30 list. What number did it start at? Go ahead. Aaron?
6.
6 is correct.
Wow,
Nice.
that's some knowledge right there.
Yeah. All right, so Aaron will win this game now, I guess. So that would be because he's got 4 now. So mathematically, Mike is out.
Sorry, Mike.
That's all right. I had a feeling you were on this one.
Yeah. Mike put up a good fight, but we will go with one more question, just for fun's sake. The creator of the music for this game, Jun Chikumo, also created the music for this famous Nintendo game. Is it A, Super Mario Bros. 2, B, Metroid, or C, Bomberman?
Mike. Bomberman.
Mike? It is Bomberman, 1985.
Nice work.
All right. Good work, guys.
Also a
I've got
Hudson
that
Soft
question.
game, right? That's why I learned that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, that's it for the history game show. So
Okay.
All right.
What does Aaron win?
he wins the stake of saying he beat a dude in NES history.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good enough title. Especially against Kelso.
Right. Thanks.
So one more thing in history is the game world of this game was actually featured in Season 2 of a Nintendo-based Saturday morning series, Captain N, the Game Master. Does anybody, you guys remember that show?
I remember watching that show.
I loved that show when I was a kid.
And so yeah, that was just another interesting tidbit about that game. It was on that show.
Can I say something about Captain N real quick? I watched it when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it. But I tried watching it maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and that's probably the worst. That's worse than the Super Mario Brothers movie. I mean, that is bad.
You know, we've talked about Adam Carolla before on the show, and I was listening to his podcast the other day, and he was talking about how funny it was that the Super Mario Brothers movie came out like a good 15 years after Super Mario Brothers video game came out.
Yeah.
Talk about striking the iron while it's hot, you know.
Right.
So, Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Mike, did you have this cart or?
Michael's quest to find the cart.
Well, to be honest, I don't
story?
know where this cart came from. I didn't have the quest for it. I've had it. And I've had it since I was a kid, but I really have no idea where I got it. So this is a mystery cart. I tried searching the deepest recesses of my brain to try to figure out where it came from, but I have no idea. I just remember having it. I've had it probably since it came out, or close to when it came out, because I've had it probably the whole time I've had my Nintendo. So
Yeah.
I wish I still had my original copy of it, but I don't know what happened to that. But I do have 2 carts for it, though.
you do have 2 what? 2
Yeah, I have
carts?
2. I found one at a store, and then a buddy of mine that I used to work with actually bought me a whole packaged one with the almost mint condition box and instructions and all that stuff manual.
Oh, nice.
But I tried playing it this week to get going on it, and I don't know if it's my machine or the cart, but it was glitching out on me, and it kept going to black screen.
Oh,
Looking in and out, so it kind of stunk.
Well, we may talk about it when we talk about the gameplay, but I had the same experience, and I've always had that experience with my cart. So I don't know if it's just the age of carts or if it's, I don't know. But I had that when I was a kid. I always had trouble out of this game.
All right.
So I don't know. But that's cool. I knew there was a reason we got you on this show. You have a complete in-box copy of the game. So
that is correct.
The game discussion.
So tell us you love this game a lot. So what is it about this game that you love? Just to get us started out on the gameplay.
Well,
Aaron.
part of it's going to be the fact that the game at the time I thought was really intriguing, and when I first started playing as a kid, and it was very challenging at the same time. So it kind of had the Mario aspect where you could just jump around the monsters and go to the next spot, but then you had to sit there and earn money to buy the goods that you needed. And it takes a lot of money. So you're sitting there basically going from screen to screen, because it's one of the old games where if you go to a new screen, all the enemies just reload. So you sit there and you have to go attack. And then they would start giving you little hints when you talk to people about directions of where you're supposed to go. And it's a side scroller, but they would tell you to go straight and then turn right and things like that. So when I was playing it as a kid, I was playing with my grandparents, and we would actually draw maps. And I don't know if you've heard talking about it before, but I used to draw maps on this little legal notepad for all the different levels of where I could find the certain items I was looking for, or where the shops were, and then what kind of monsters were there. So that whole experience of playing it then just made it one of my all-time favorite games for the Nintendo NES system. So, but the game is a pain in the butt to play. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I know. I wish I would have had. I wish I would have had the audacity and the brains to play like that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I wanted games like Mario, and every time I would stick this game in, I would try to play it like Mario, and I would just be lost. I would just pretty much run around killing bad guys, but I wouldn't know what to do. I could never figure out what to do. If I would have sat down and tried to draw maps and stuff, I could see how eventually, you'd build this database of exactly where you could go and what was where, but I was too high strung of a kid to sit down and do something like that.
Well, and it's interesting on this game too. As I go back and I started replaying it again, is that I'm back into the mindset that I'm going to beat this game again. But at the same time, I'm so used to these fast-paced games that are out now that it's hard to sit there and go, okay, I really have to just take my sweet time and build up my money and not get hit by these stupid little jumping one-eyed guys. And but it's interesting, because back then, that was it. I mean, that was ahead of its time and stuff for as far as I thought it was. So
oh yeah, it definitely was.
So, but then now it's like, man, this is like.
I mean, this was the name of the game back then, and this was actually, like you said, it was way ahead of its time. You grind to get money, and then you have to buy things, and you got to buy, you upgrade your guy with better weapons and shields and stuff.
Right.
But you got to spend hours and hours getting the money to get, the shield.
Because the game, the screens they go by, I mean, there's maybe only 2 or 3 screens per level early on, so it's not like it's that hard to get past those things. But like when you're first town, you go to the shop, you get the shops, and you have no money, and you have to go see the king, and the king says, "Oh, here, 1,500 gold to outfit yourself," which is just enough to buy one of almost everything they have in the town. You can get some more magic power, you can get build up, you can get healed, you can buy a dagger, and you can buy one magic item, like the magic deluge is what it's called, and that's it, and you go on. And then the next town, they increase the price on you by like 50 to 100 gold pieces for all the same stuff. And then in the middle of those 2 towns, there's a shop you can go to, and the highest thing you buy in the first town is 400, and then it goes to like 500 and 800. And in the middle of the town, there's 2 items you can buy, and they're like 1,500 gold pieces and 11,000 gold pieces, and you're like, what the?
So basically, you moved to California.
Right.
Basically, yeah. And so it's like, okay, well, I want that. I need to have that, but it's going to take you freaking forever to get it.
And the bad guys don't drop very much when you kill them.
No, I think it's worth 60. I think like 50 or 60 per drop coin. And I think it might be timed because when I was playing it today, I picked some up and I was getting like 50 to 100 at a time, and then I took a while to get the coin, and I didn't get quite. I think I got 59. It's like a really weird number, so I don't know if they're timed. Yeah. And the faster you get to them, the more you get. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but
yeah, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that.
It depends. It looks like it depends on the monster.
Okay.
So like Skullhead is 59. So 59 for Skullhead, or Human Gargoyle is 100, Frogman's 100. So I guess it depends on the bad guy, the monster that you get.
Did you know? Did you know about the money cheat at the beginning of the game?
The money cheat.
Yeah, if you spend all of your money and go all the way down to zero,
and you go back to the king.
Go back to the king. He'll give you another 1,500.
You know, I tried that a few months ago, and I did this for the Factory Seal podcast, and I don't think it worked for my game that time.
Oh, really?
You have a stingy king.
Yeah.
What?
He has a stingy king.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
His king's a jerk. I feel like it worked for me. I didn't try it this time, but I feel like it worked for me when I was a kid.
I'll give it a shot again, though. No problem. I mean, it's pretty easy to spend that. You just got to buy one of everything, pretty much. But I for some reason, when you mention it now, I think there was something like that in the past where you could do that. But I don't remember, like I said. But
yeah. Well, I have the manual pulled up that we can look at. Is anybody interested in seeing the manual?
Yeah, let's look at it.
This is awesome. This is like story time for a child going to bed.
Yeah, this is a really good manual. Can everybody see it? Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm going to start. I'm going to read this game story here, if I can pronounce all these weird names. The elf town, Eloise, was once a town boasting peace and prosperity, yet now it is on the verge of destruction. Meteorites are raining down from the world tree, and crazed monsters have taken the opportunity to run amok. Wells are drying up, and people are in the grips of fear. To restore peace again, someone has to penetrate the giant world tree and overthrow the evil one that lives in the evil place. Now it is your mission to set out on a journey bearing the hopes of the people of Eloise.
How could you not want to play a game with that type of story intro?
Exactly.
I know. I think it's actually kind of a unique story. Something. I mean, it's kind of like Secret of Mana-ish, like the great tree is dying or whatever. But of course, this is before Secret of Mana, so.
Secret Mana took it from him.
Maybe.
But
I guess there's an evil one that lives in the evil place. Is the evil place in the tree?
It's down below the tree, I believe. I think you have to make your way through. If I remember right, you have to make your way through the tree, and then there's like another kingdom area there where big baddies are.
Well, here's a map, sort of.
I love the idea, though, like with elves, that there's like a whole world that just in a tree. It's awesome.
Yeah. And of course, you got the evil dwarves living below in the ground. Definitely the elves and dwarves don't like each other in this one.
So are you playing as an elf in this game?
Yes.
Your guy an elf? It's
yeah.
Kind of hard to tell.
The first thing you do is you have to go talk to the guru who gives you the elf ring to identify you to the king.
Oh,
who apparently,
that's right. That's
apparently wants to see you really bad, but only if you have the elf ring. So
yeah.
Well, they're kind of racist in this game, I guess.
Yeah.
You have to prove that you are an elf, not a dwarf.
We're gonna need a vial of blood. We're gonna make sure you got some elf blood in you. So.
Right. Let's see. Is there anything else interesting in this manual?
I love the wait. Go back up. A little bit.
Sorry.
Go back up to 1, where it's talking about the title screen. Yes.
Right here.
Well, I think it's a little slow on my. Yeah. Faxanadu is a game packed full of mystery, action, and adventure. Read this instruction booklet thoroughly and master the rules. I like how it warns you. It's like, we can't be responsible if you don't read this.
That's right.
Screw up. I mean, come on. So, you can go back down. I just thought.
Okay. Well, looking at this here, it also talks about the password. I'd like to talk about the password for just a second. These are the longest, most confusing passwords of any game. I mean, these rival any of the best NES password systems. It's just, I don't know if it's just because it saves so much different stuff in the passwords, like your equipment and where you are and whatnot. But
Right. Well, I don't know, because when I played it previously here recently, I gave me a password, and then when I went and entered the password, I had zero money, no equipment. But then I just played again, it's another point, and I got a totally different password than I had previously when I played. So when I go back and play, I'll see if I have my stuff with this one.
yeah, it's weird. And I can remember I would get passwords, but because I wouldn't get very far, I didn't even want to enter them. It's just
Right.
it wasn't worth my time.
It's faster to just go ahead and run through it and get back where you need to be.
Yeah.
I think the furthest I've ever I played it this week and probably made it the furthest I've ever gone. And I made it to the second town.
The second town, what's it called? Aladu or something like that. Apaloo.
Yeah, and that's probably as far as I've ever made it, which is kind of embarrassing, but
Like ever in your entire life?
well, yeah, ever in my life. I haven't played this game very much. Well,
No.
I mean, I made it past the town, but I never made it to
Right.
another town.
To another town, yeah.
Right.
All right.
So you're definitely going to be the expert on this game. I would like to beat it one day, but it's so much of, I don't know, I feel like it takes so much.
Well, again, it is, because it's time consuming and not a cool Final Fantasy VII level up grinding. I got to get to this town to that town type of way. It's literally you're fighting two monsters over and over and over and over and over again. If you want to build up money to buy stuff,
Right.
but I mean, yeah, I guess you could just run right through it and then hope to get money along the way or be okay without it. But there's sometimes you just can't. You can't get by without killing something or somebody. And there's the little spiky things in the beginning, which you can only kill with magic. Then there's the jumpy guys and the ghouls that you can kill with your dagger.
Yeah, and I could never really figure out how to use magic.
Yeah, you have to equip that instead of your dagger.
Oh, okay. See,
And
for some reason, I could never figure that out.
Yeah, so you have to go in and go to your items and hit select, and then go down and hit that.
So every time you want to switch between your dagger and magic, you have to go into the menu and switch.
If I remember right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's only two buttons, and one's the jump and one's the fight. So yeah, you have to go in and change that up. But the problem is, that magic goes down so fast.
I wouldn't know. I never got it to work. Oh man, one thing I do like about this game, and something I always like about games, is when you get new weapons and stuff, it changes what it looks like on the screen.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Back in the days of the NES, that didn't happen very often.
No.
And I was always really pleased to see. I mean, it's not just the weapons too; it's your
armor,
armor and stuff.
Yeah, the battle suit is freaking phenomenal when you see it. When you're wearing it.
Yeah.
How much
better than the leather jerkin?
Yeah, that leather jerkin.
Yeah, that's probably like 1,000.
Yeah. How much does the battle suit end up being?
I mean, you got to think about this. I mean, do you see any cows or horses or deer running around this world? Where are they getting this leather from? You know what I mean? So.
That's true. It's from the fallen elves.
Yeah, the fallen elves. Dwarves.
That's
elf skin jerkin.
It's skin jerkin. That's morbid. That's morbid.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Shops. They got the. All right, we can stop talking about the manual. Anyways, so
I love the artwork in this manual. Even look at that. See that guy that's leaning against the wall drinking a potion like he's
Impressed.
Yeah.
And I sit here and drink my poison.
That's another thing too. That when you have to buy potions and stuff to refill your life.
Yep.
But in order to, every time you buy something, you have to, you can buy one item in the shop, and then you have to go back in and buy it again.
Yeah, you can't just select multiple. You have to. He sells you the one thing, and if you hit the wrong button and you don't want to buy it, you're going to be forced to buy whatever it is that you went in there for.
You buy it.
You have to, I think it's the A button. You have to hit the A button. So if you get in there and you want to exit, hit the B button. Otherwise, you're going to buy it. And you're like, I didn't want to buy that. Thank you for your 200 gold.
You touch it, you commit.
Even the process of buying something is kind of long and tedious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm bashing this game because of how, kind of how monotonous and tedious it is. But it really is a good game. I really do like the game. I wouldn't keep going back to it over and over and over again, because I do. I keep going back to it and I play it for a little while and I just never make it very far because it does kind of start to wear on me. But
here's I think you'd have to almost go back and play. And this is my new way of going at it. Because before I'm like into the game, I got to play until I get I can beat it or whatever. But this one I think I'm going to try it again. And I'm just going to play an hour or two a week or something. And then I'm just going to make sure I get to the next save point. I'll put my code in, and then I'll play until I get to until I get another code, and then I'll stop for a while, and then I'll go back in, because otherwise, you're going to be sitting there for hours playing it and getting frustrated. But
I think this game would have benefited greatly from a battery backup.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
Because the password is one thing that kind of deters me from wanting to play it.
Right.
It's different. Like a Mega Man password, it's real quick and easy to enter. This password, it's...
Right, it's got lower levels. Like the password I got today was little z, capital V, little k, capital I, capital A, little k, 3 capital A's, and a small n.
Yeah, and they just keep getting longer and longer the further you get in the game.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, a battery backup would have been awesome with this game, which I hate to say this to people, but I think it's probably best played if you could use save states. I wish it was out on the Virtual Console, because I'm really...
It is, isn't it?
I couldn't find it. I looked for it last night and I couldn't find it. But maybe it is.
Oh, I can send it to you.
Hold on a second.
If you have the cart, I can send it to you.
I have the cart.
It says it's on the Virtual Console.
Oh, really?
Released February 21st, 2011.
Maybe I just didn't find it. Of course, I was on the Wii U, so maybe I have to go on to the Wii menu to find it. Anyways.
You fancy smancy Wii U over there. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant by the Virtual Console.
Yeah. Emulators, I know I can find it on the emulators.
Yeah.
I try to avoid those, but...
Let me know if you find it, because I will download that for my DS if I can get it for my 3DS. I'll play that thing galore.
Yeah, it'd be awesome on 3DS. I would like to play on that. But anyways, save states or battery backup would have raised my score of this game by like 2 or 3 points probably, if we were scoring it. Because I just think I would love to just be click save and come back later.
Yeah. Yeah, because it took me 6 minutes, I think, to get to that second town this morning.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's because I just the very first 3 stages I didn't want to fight, so I just marioed through it and just jumped over everybody and got to town. And then I got to the other side, and then I was like, oh, I need to buy. And then I accidentally got hit by something that killed me, and I was like, God damn it.
It does kind of make me wonder, though, about what speedruns would be like for this game. I wonder how long or how quickly people could probably beat it.
Yeah, and I don't know, because I know that you have to beat, there are, I'm pretty sure there is a boss monster at the end, and you have to have the certain equipment to beat him. So I'm not sure how well that would work, but
you would have to actually do some grinding to get some money. Are there any points in the game where you somebody gives you money besides the king? I mean, do you?
I think so. If I remember right, I believe later on you come across this guy and he can give you some money. Otherwise, I know you just sell stuff. So as you pick stuff up, you can sell it later.
Yeah. Well, here is. Sorry not to interrupt, but speed run on YouTube, 32 minutes and 38 seconds.
Jesus.
Which seems impossible, but
that's like super fast for that game. I don't have to watch that and see how he does it.
He does it, but he just enters the password.
It takes him a half hour to enter the password at the very end that he got somewhere.
Oh man, this game is also one of those notoriously famous for its English. You know,
the
bad translations.
Do not have enough golds.
Yeah.
I cannot help you with the golds.
Golds. Oh man, yeah. I wish I had some examples. If I would have prepared, I would have had some examples.
Yeah. But that was one. I figured that was going to come up. But yeah, the golds was in there for sure. They always say golds. You do not have enough golds.
That's probably the most famous version of the English.
Yeah.
The music in this game is really cool too. I like the way it's kind of ethereal sounding, if that's a proper word to use there to explain the music. It does sound kind of elfish, if that's explanatory enough. It's I don't know. It's like Lord of the Rings on NES style.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jun Chikuma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call her Chicky for short.
Okay.
Designed it to be a rich, sometimes haunting tone during play.
See, so the ethereal, it works there too. Man, what a good description.
Let's see if I can get some of this sound up here.
Did you just pat yourself on the back?
I did.
That's probably way too loud.
No, that's good.
It's good.
But there's the start menu. And you walk to town. It's just like footsteps.
That's like dubstep.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna have this conversation. So there's the music when you get to the area.
Yeah.
Dance really. Wow, that was like super loud in my ear.
It comes through okay. I do, yeah, so that's cool. I like that.
Trying to get to that one, the first, yeah, I'll find out what happened. Let's go. The town has really good music. So there's like a shop sound. There's the guru. And there's the guru who gives you your elf ring right away. But alright, enough of that. That's really loud. Sorry about that.
Hey, it didn't come too loud over here.
No, it's good, because it was like right in my ear with my headphones. But yeah, that's just some of the samples of the music, so hopefully that wasn't totally irritating to the listeners.
We'll try to put some down beneath underneath our talking too, so people can hear it.
Did you know that in the Japanese version there was a lot of Christian icons that were actually removed from the international release?
Yeah, like the Holy Cross.
Yeah.
In the churches.
The gurus are holding a holy cross, and images of the crucifixion are displayed inside the church, but they were taken down from the international version. Which is weird that they were in the Japanese version, not in the international version, because you think it'd be almost the opposite, religion-wise, you know?
All right.
Yeah, it would make sense. I don't know why they use it in the Japanese version.
No.
All right. Well, anybody have anything else to say? Any last minute hoorahs about this game?
Well, I have to say I'm a big
When's
fan.
the last
still.
time you beat it, Aaron? When's the last time you beat it?
Last time I beat it. I believe it was the summer of 1990.
Okay. It was a cool Christmas.
Yeah.
No, because I visited my grandparents down in Texas for the summer, and I remember playing it then and beating it then.
So your grandparents like to sit around and help you play the game?
Yeah, they actually because I got a Nintendo, I don't know, probably back in '88, '89, I think. And then, so I was talking to them, and like, oh, they'll like the games. And then they're my grandparents. My grandmother actually the one who got me into the Final Fantasy series and the Faxanadu, because I went down there to visit, and they were playing the games because they wanted to have the system around for when the grandkids came by.
That's cool.
Or something like that. But then they would get into them, and they would like totally be into the games and actually want to sit there and help you play, or we would take turns. Okay, let me try to get past here, and then they would be really good and helping you through it. Because they're just excited to watch it too, so that was really fun. Yeah. And then, interesting fact, I actually had a race with my grandmother on beating Final Fantasy VII.
That's cool.
On who could beat it first. So yeah, but
I had a similar experience for my grandfather. He bought a Nintendo because he knew I liked it so much. I kept bringing mine over, so he bought one for his house, and then he ended up starting to play it too.
Yeah.
So then whenever I'd go over there, we would play like 2-player games. We would play like Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, and all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty sweet.
My grandmother played. We played a lot of the times. She played Mario, of course. She played Tetris. She was a Tetris whiz, Pac-Man, and then we played a lot of Anticipation, which is a game we talked about a few weeks ago. Yeah. So
it was like 2 months ago, but who's counting?
Hey.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, okay.
How about some trophies? Did anybody come up with any trophies?
Retrofitted trophies.
Maybe.
You have some trophies that you want to hand out to people for games, or what is this?
This is like a retrofitted trophy.
What we do is we make up trophies as if we were playing this on PlayStation 3 or something.
Okay.
So, yeah. So if you can think of any, we'll talk about it.
There's got to be, after knowing how you played it till you got to the second town, I would say you'd get a trophy. I think this game would be a lot like achievement. So I think just getting to the guru would be a trophy. That'd be like the, what'd you call that? I don't know. Meditative state.
Okay.
I like that.
I like it. Meditative state. That's get to the guru.
Get to the guru, yeah, because you got to get to the guru to get your elf ring, and then later you go to the guru to get your mantra.
Yeah, the mantra.
Yeah.
I got one. It's called "Gots Me Lots of Golds," and that is get the 1,500 gold from the king.
1,500 gold. All right. How about what's the one? Magic missile. Use your magic first time. Use your deluge to kill one of the spiky dwarves.
Okay. Magic missile. Yeah. How about armed to the teeth? That is buy the best everything.
Nah, there you go. There you are. Let's see.
Feel free to chime in anytime, Justin, if you. I know you're just itching to.
Have you ever played this game, Justin? I guess I didn't even ask you that.
Yeah.
How far have you gotten in this game?
Just to the second world, just like Mike. I'm not no expert in this game.
Let's see. What would be another good one? How about armored? No, what is it? Gym class. I'll call it gym class trophy, because you got to go see the guy who's like working out, and he gives you power, martial arts.
Yeah, okay.
And he looks like he's doing something with a bell or something.
How about this one? Jerkins for jerks, and let's upgrade your armor.
Okay, I like that.
Man, see, you guys got these words down. You guys must get a lot of trophies. I don't play for trophies.
We've just been doing this for
a while.
Several episodes now.
Right.
See, I've got one more. I got one more, and it's a me Mario, or it's a me Mario, and that is make it to the second town without fighting anybody, just jumping over everybody.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. Let's see. Jack's Wild.
Jack's Wild?
Yeah, you got to get your first J key. The Jack key.
Oh, yeah, the J keys. Look, real quick, back to the key thing, because we didn't talk about the keys. I want to talk about the keys. You just buy keys?
Yeah, you can buy keys. You can find keys as you go throughout. But yeah, otherwise, I think they did it to force you to make sure that you're fighting people, so you had to buy keys. I mean, they're only like 100 a piece, I think. But yeah, you can go to different spots and you can buy multiple. One carrier only carries one key. And I know there's a guy that sells like 4 different keys, and you have to buy the key to get through like certain other levels to get past. So you have to like use the J key on the Jack door or whatever. So then there's the M key that gets you so far. But if you buy the wrong key, then you're not gonna be able to get past. You know, you have to wait to get money again to buy another key.
What I want to know, though, is are there just doors in this world just labeled Jack, and anybody can get through it as long as they got enough money?
Pretty much, yeah. But the only way to get money is to visit the king. He will only give you the money if you have the elf ring, and then you have to kill bad guys. So you have to be able to kill bad guys to get money.
Uh-huh, yep. There you go.
They don't just give that stuff away.
So,
if I remember right, I don't think there was any cheat on the Game Shark for this game. That's another little tidbit. I don't believe there was any codes for the Game Shark for this game.
I don't know.
I don't remember any at all.
I have to break out my Game Genie book.
Oh yeah, Game Genie. That's what it was called back in the day, not Game Shark. Yeah.
Although you could, since it's on a password system, there probably are passwords.
That
would get you.
There are Game Genies for this game.
There are, okay.
There's passwords for double starting power. There's one for triple starting power, not powder.
Is that like protein powder?
Yeah.
Double the normal amount of gold. Infinite magic.
Oh, that'd be a good one right there.
Infinite power. And infinite gold.
Huh. Well, what do you know? I guess I wonder if they'll get added somewhere along the line. But yeah, those would both be good ones.
Yeah, infinite gold would be awesome.
You get to that game mighty quick.
Yeah, Game Genie's for cheaters.
Yeah. Did you know that you cannot beat the original Final Fantasy game with a Game Genie?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, if you take the one where you have unlimited gold or whatever, so you never actually spend gold pieces, you'll get to the point of the game where you go to the last castle area, and it just will not let you go through if you have the Game Genie on.
Huh. That's something we should have mentioned in our Final Fantasy episode.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk about Game Genie, since it's just for a bunch of cheaters.
But here's what I like about Game Genie. You can play the game, beat it without it, right? Or you do as much as you can without it. You beat it, and you have much fun and the excitement. Then you want to play through it again, but you just don't want to have to deal with some of the grinding anymore.
The preliminary stuff. Yeah.
That's when it's great. You just throw it on there, and you can go through, see all the scenes you want to see, and do all the things, and not have to worry about like literally spending hours upon hours.
Right. Yeah, I'm just joking about the being a cheater thing. I actually do like Game Genie at times. So it's just it's a completely different way to play the game if you want to.
Yeah.
Just stick it in and play it in a different way, because some of the codes aren't just beneficial. Some of them are like change things around a little bit. So.
Yeah. But I get what you mean. I know a lot of people that use the Game Genie just to cheat, and like they would never.
Yeah.
They enjoy the game first. They would just get it so they could beat it and call it a day.
Yeah. So how about a rating? We want to give this game some sort of rating.
Game rating.
Justin, you have an idea of a style of rating?
How about a magic trick?
A magic trick? Like a magic spell?
Sure.
Okay, so what is a magic spell that you would think exemplifies this game?
Oh boy, this was my idea, and I can't even think of one.
Well,
That's a good one.
I have a reference that only about 5 people will get,
That's okay.
but I'd call it. I'd give it the Hungry Pit rating.
Okay. You care to explain the reference? 'Cause I definitely don't get it.
Yeah, Hungry Pit is it's a spell in the Pathfinder role-playing game where basically you create a pit below, and then it's spiky, and then it'll, like, as you try to climb out, it's the wall smash against you, basically, like it's trying to eat you. And I used the spell a couple times, and it made my DM and everybody at the table pretty upset because it was too powerful and nobody could beat it. Because it's really annoying, which is also part of Faxanadu. Because as you play it, it's really annoying, but you can't stop playing it because it's so good.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, but only about 5 people will probably get that reference, unless you have people that play Pathfinder out there who use the spell.
We've got some D&D players that listen to us. So
Yeah.
I personally am not a D&D player, but I got nothing against them.
No. They're just people, man.
Oh boy, magic spell.
Okay, well, my magic spell is going to be Confuse. The spell Confuse.
There you go.
Because that's what this game does to me. Even at 30 years old, I am just confused every time I play it. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to buy. I don't know what to do. So
Yeah,
I think this game is it's fun. It's kind of fun to be confused sometimes
Right.
too. Yeah. So it's a fun game, but it confuses me. So my magic spell is Confuse.
You know what makes it a little more confusing is the fact that it's really simple, because literally all you do is go forward and just buy everything you can possibly buy. That's the simplicity of it if you really break it down.
This is true.
It's very confusing though, because you're just not used to that. He's thinking away over there. Look at that.
You gotta be right. Don't have like a stroke on us or anything.
Well, it's like I'm kicking myself for the magic spell idea.
Well, think of a spell from a
about
game you played recently or something.
How about I'm just gonna go with the riches magic spell, and this is a spell that you wish you had during the game. You wish you just could get all the money that you need.
You just make money out of nothing.
Oh, you have the wish spell. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, wish. There you go.
Wish. Yeah. I wish I could beat the stupid game. I wish I had more money.
Yeah.
I wish I could get past the second town. I wish the passwords weren't 100 characters long.
There we go. Just and I are going to catch so much flack from our listeners for this, not making it past the second town.
Yeah, I wish that the internet was invented so I could find passwords for this game. That's what I thought. That hand to God. That's what I thought when I was a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
the
I was
internet
like, man,
was invented.
I wish I had some all-knowing source that I could just go to figure out how to play this game.
You could call Nintendo Power, and they would give you the codes. It was only like $1.99 a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was able to get past that level of Mega Man doing that.
It only cost you $19.95.
Yeah, I don't know how much it cost, but my mom let me call once, and I think that was it.
That's funny. Justin, you got any feedback for us?
Yeah, we'll go to our forum for the feedback. And the first comment on our forum, and I think this is your work, just another name for Justin to mispronounce.
Yeah, it was me.
But
You're welcome.
it's a dude Hickman with he puts on, oh man, I love this game. Turns out it's pronounced Faxanadu. It is a Z. The X is pronounced like a Z. Because it was a combination of Famicom and Xanadu, which was a game in Dragon Slayer series. Wonderful music and atmosphere. How many games take place on a giant dying tree? Sure.
This is the only one I know of.
Sean put, oh man, I totally love this game. This was one of my favorites when I was a kid. I'm doing a top 5 for Forgotten NES Gems at www.theretropulse.com, and that one is on it. I always thought it should have been more popular than it was. Most people I know say they have heard of it but never really tried it. It has one weird thing I liked. As you level up, your guy's acceleration also goes up. It's something small, but it's the small things that make a game good.
That's true. I do feel like this is a really underrated game, though, because I feel like nobody really ever talks about it. Nobody ever really says anything about it. I don't know if it was very popular back when it came out. I guess it wasn't. But, yeah, you don't hear people talk about it much. But it is actually it's a pretty good game. I don't know why people don't talk about it.
Ludicrous DA3VE. I guess Ludicrous Dave. Such a classic. Gaw. I really need to track down a cart, or at least see if it's on the Wii Virtual Console. Is it really pronounced Faxanadu? Crazy. And according to Dude Hickman, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and looks like you answered his question. I won't read yours.
No, you don't.
Unless you want me to.
No,
Okay.
People can go to the forums to read any responses by me.
Yeah. All right. So do you want to read the hate mail we got?
Sure. I have to pull it back up. We did get a piece of hate. We asked about hate mail, so we got it. Somebody sent us some hate mail.
That's
Ask and you shall receive.
We asked for some hate mail, and somebody gave it to us. So I'm getting it pulled up right now. I'll read it.
Okay. I've got it if you can't get it.
I've got it. It's
Okay.
It's called "To the Show I Love to Hate." What can I say about this show that they didn't already say about Tom Arnold? I have been a listener since the beginning of the show, from Super Mario to Tecmo Bowl, and from what I can tell, Michael and Justin just seem to lose their edge every episode. Half the time Michael cuts in and out, and Justin has the most awkward pauses ever. It would be great if the guys would introduce themselves to make the show more immersive. Also, how about staying on topic? The tangents get drawn way out. If you want to hear good podcasting, go to secondtimearound.buzzsprout.com, shameless plug by our hate mail person here, and see how it's done. Yes, I just plugged my podcasts, LOL.
Hey, isn't that the same, like, word for word, one of the hate mails we got on Factory Sealed? I feel like that was pretty much almost word for word.
Maybe.
You're always getting off topic. Stay there.
We stayed on topic pretty well today, actually.
Yeah, we did. Today was way more on topic than usual. I don't know if it's just because Aaron was keeping us on track, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Usually we spend about 20 minutes talking about the adult section of the rental stores or something.
Yeah. Or here's what I think about his comment about my awkward silences.
Well played, sir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And here's what I think about comment. Out. Get it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was just trying to copy Justin. I want to be like Justin.
So he says, but he finishes it up. He finishes the email up with, all in all, guys, I love the podcast. I just wanted to be your first hate mail. Keep up the good work, and I'm ready for the comments. I know I opened a can of worms. But at the bottom of the email, he did some retrofitted trophies. Did you see those?
These are good. Yeah, these are good.
Listening to the show more than 20 minutes, the ears bleeding, plus 120 fortitude. All right. Figuring out bleeps and blooms. You don't know Jack. And Michael talking over Justin, pass interference.
And then he goes on to say, Tom Arnold did this.
Yeah.
So
Tom Arnold would be impressed with your hate now, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Turd Ferguson, as he likes to be called.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. I'm glad it wasn't actual hate mail too. because I'm not sure how I would have taken that.
Well, at first it was funny because I've got, obviously my email comes straight to my phone, so I get that email. And I won't say the guy's name. I don't know. Does he want us to say his real name?
Nah, let's just stick with Turd Ferguson. He may not want his real name. But it does show up as his real name.
I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. And then I saw it was actually from my two dudes' mail address. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I started reading it, and I started to cry a little. I thought he was being serious. Maybe he is being serious. I don't know.
He may be.
Hopefully not.
He did bring up one good point. People may not know which one of us is which, other than at the very beginning of the show I say, hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Then after that, they really probably have a hard time following which one of us is which. I don't know.
Kind of like that, though.
Not that it matters. I don't care. We're not changing.
All right.
So. Okay. Well, Aaron, do you want to tell us and give us another little shout out about your show and
Sure.
Tell us who you are one more time.
All right, I'm Aron Robison from Factory Sealed Podcast. Please check us out. And then you can find me on Twitter at Quilted Tunic.
All right. Hey, I will say that Factory Sealed is one of the reasons I started my podcast.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, because I thought it was cool. It was one of my favorite shows, and
well, I tell you, it's exciting for me because I believe we spun off from you and Nick Stevens.
Yep.
Also started a podcast after listening to our show, so that was pretty cool. I felt pretty neat about inspiring others to do the same thing.
Yeah, it was a combo of you and Nick Stevens because I liked what you all were doing, and then I heard that Nick Stevens started his own, so I actually emailed Nick. I was like, hey, I heard you just started your own after listening to Factory Sealed, and he's like, yeah, and then he said you should too, and I
might be having my own podcast coming up soon. Otherwise, it'll just be a segment on the show called Aaron's Action Corner, and I'll be reviewing famous action movies.
I like it.
That sounds.
Keep a lookout for that.
I'll definitely give it a listen. Yeah, so there you go. That's good. Justin, you want to? How can people find Factory Sealed if they wanted to find it on iTunes?
Well, iTunes are on iTunes. You can also go to manatank.com. And yeah, that's also on Facebook as well. Factory Sealed. So.
All right. And Justin, how can people get a hold of us?
Well, we're on every single what do you call it? Social media. Wow. Okay. We're on every single social media that you can think of, the ones that you even thought didn't exist anymore. We're probably on it. So
like MySpace?
Go find us on any of those. We are on MySpace. Yep.
What about GeoCities? Are you on GeoCities?
No, we're not on GeoCities.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I bet you could probably still ask Jeeves, and he could probably send you our way.
All right.
Find us everywhere, and obviously you can always find us on our website, kidsdudes.com. You can listen to every show that we have there. Like us on all that stuff, and give us reviews on iTunes. We'll read you on the show, and so.
Oh, wait, there may be one, actually. Dang it. Why do you always remind me about iTunes at the end?
I don't know.
I swear.
Hey, while you're looking up, you mentioned Ask Jeeves. Do you guys remember or aware of Spider 37, I believe it was called? And that was a search engine back in the day that allowed it to use 37 different engines to search for the internet. This is way before Google and way before
Seems like I do remember that.
Popular.
Yeah.
And that was like the one you'd use all the time. Yeah, that's kind of funny to me now, thinking about that.
I wonder if it still exists.
I don't know. Let's look it up on Google. It's Google.
Google Spider 30. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we did get one from Dylan T. Bob. It's a 5-star review on iTunes. It says,
nice.
400 plus NES game collector, and I love just hearing other opinions of these guys. Keep up the good work. Favorite episode was The Boy and His Blob. Loved hearing about the creator tell his story. I think that's a lot of people's favorite episode.
Yeah.
It's probably like our second most downloaded episode, The Boy and His Blob.
I think I missed that one. I have to download that when I get to work tomorrow.
Yeah, you should. We actually got to talk with David Crane, the creator of the game. So.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I've been behind on the podcast listening. Coworkers don't like it when I'm blaring them, so I stopped.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was a lot of fun. This show would have been really dull having only two dudes that made it to the second town. So.
Yeah. I made it to the second town this morning, and apparently a lot faster than you guys made it, so I felt pretty good. If I hadn't died, I probably would have got further, but I just I didn't have to start with 0 gold again.
Yeah. So I don't want to say it, but yeah, we probably needed you on the show. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad to be here, so thanks for having me.
All right. Here comes some noises and music for the next week's game. Thank you all for listening. See ya.